Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Ah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
We're live. Here we are. We're live. We're five. We're Johnny Five.
Johnny Five.
So my name is B-E-N. I spell it Ben.
Remember, Gimme Five was big, up top, down low.
Too slow?
Yes.
Too slow, yeah. Are we both on camera? Because you're sitting 7 months from me. You stay there.
I think I'm on.
You're in.
All right. You should be in.
the crack. I gotta sit right on the crack.
Wait, you can move it. Feel free to toggle.
I don't want to toggle.
All right.
I think I'm in, but now I'm
Toggle?
on a crack.
All right, I should warn everybody. I'm all full of cum here. I'm
Yeah.
young and dumb.
You're under the weather.
Yeah, it'll pass. What do you think I should take? A Prilosec or a
No,
Claritol?
Prilosec is what I take for silent read.
Ah.
I would go. A nice steam would be good for you. Do you have access to a steam room?
Ooh, I think I might.
You should come over. You, me, and you know who will fuck in there.
Sure.
I don't want to say his name again.
Oh, the hot black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was something. But get yourself a steam, a neti pot. I hear about. That's when you pour something in your nose there and it comes out the other asshole.
Right.
But you may get the nice steamy shower. You do that. But really, it's like getting sober. Like sober as in like sobering up from drinking at the time. It's all time.
Right.
Time heals all wounds. The rest of it's just treating the symptoms. You can take a
Yes.
Tylenol PM or a cold and flu or whatever. But you're supposed to get sick. You live with it. You get sick. You recover. It's boobly boo. It's part of life.
Part of life.
All these people are like, you got to get a fucking a super E vitamin.
Yes.
You got to stick a fucking banana up your ass.
Yeah,
And if you
potassium.
sniff, a can of Whippets, and you
Sure.
take 2 grapes, you'll be better. And you just get sick.
Yeah.
You're all right.
All right. I'll
You
be
know,
fine.
rest.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just got to rest. And don't
Rest.
go crazy. You know, sit when you can sit. Lay down when you can lay down. Don't go
Ooh.
nuts. Mentally, maybe get a massage. You know, take care of yourself a little bit.
Damn. Look
Wash
at
your
you.
hands, all that bullshit.
Oh, I haven't done that in a while.
But you're supposed to get sick. You stay sick. I found occasionally, recently, I've gone chunks of time without showering
Yes.
just from different circumstances. Like, for instance, Saturday, I did the show. I drove back. I was in Hartford. Yeesh.
Yeah. Rough club.
Thank
Tough
you
town.
to the gays that came. Bunch of Tuesdays came.
All right, gays.
Got a gift card, the whole
Hey,
thing.
all right.
Few gift cards. Sold CDs for the first time since 99.
Yeah, what year is it?
I don't know, but they sold like hotcakes.
Ah.
I found a box of CDs and started selling them. So a lot of people right now are listening to a really shitty CD. I
Yeah.
apologize, but
No, well, I mean, who knows? They might have just put it on the wall.
yeah, they probably put it in the wall or fixed a wobbly table. That's like an old gag.
Oh, yeah, a coaster.
If anyone's got a loose chair, buy a CD.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Everybody had their little CD hock.
I do this one. I still do this one. None of the jokes I did on the show are on the CD. So if you're not enjoying the show, get a CD. Double your chances. That gets a nice laugh.
I like
The
that.
kids like it. But anyways, I sold some compact discs and sold
been
about.
there.
You forget what it's like. I sold about 18 of them, and all of a sudden I got
Wow.
$180 in my pocket.
Ooh, lagniappe, we call that.
What?
That's a New Orleans term. Lagniappe.
A land yap?
No, lagniappe. It means extra. It's one word.
Land yap.
Yeah, you know when you get a smoothie and they give you a little extra in a cup?
That's a land yap.
That's lagniappe.
No kidding. Not to be
Yeah.
confused with a lanyard,
No, don't wear that at the garden.
which is similar to a laminate, a lanyard, laminate, lanyap.
Ah.
And in Montreal, they give you a lanyap lanyard. You got
An
a guest
extra.
pass. Yes.
How do you like that?
Lanyap lanyard.
Lasagna.
Oh, I'd kill for some of that.
Oh,
Reflux.
boy, yeah, it's too bad. You can't have that. Every time I go to a buffet, I go, he can't have that, he can't have that, he can't have that.
Jimmy Buffet. Well, I've been eating all these waffle. I'm out of control
Cheeseburger.
with the waffle. And one
Paradise.
Tuesday, what's that you said?
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Can't
eat it.
One Tuesday gave me some Massachusetts maple syrup.
Ooh.
What do you say, syrup or syrup?
I say syrup. What am I, a fagalist?
I say maple syrup.
Syrup.
I know, I got problems.
What the hell's a sipping on? Some syrup.
Somebody was just making fun of the way I say hey. Hey?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
And Sarah says I say her name with an accent. I don't know what's going on.
You say Sarah?
I guess so.
Yeah, I say Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, you go.
She's like, I love the way you say my name. It's sexy. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but all right. Yeah.
Isn't that funny when you do something sexy and you have no idea that? I had a girl tell me your belt is sexy. I was like, wow.
Oh, I remember that. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
I'm sitting here going to the gym and stretching out my dick and shaving my pubes, and apparently it's my belt.
Oh, you should take it off and hit her with it.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
I mean, hit her with it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm not endorsing hitting a woman with a belt unless,
Unless she's into it.
Yeah, then, what else are you going to do?
Just
It's a good,
don't hit the buckle.
good gift for your mother. But anyways, I just had a big waffle. Is that what I was going to say? I've been eating all these waffles with extra syrup and butter, and it's not healthy, but it feels good.
Oh, it's delightful.
I was just at Waverly and ate a fucking big waffle, extra syrup, the butter, the whole thing, some eggs.
I'm trying to cut back on waffles. I was at a hotel the other night with the free breakfast, and it had the waffle maker, which is a treat.
So you like a waffle maker?
Yeah.
I want my waffle maker to be in the back. Pepe, he makes it and sticks it on a plate and then jams it in my ass.
It's an accomplishment. It's fun. You're like, I did this, and you wait for it, and it dings, you flip it. But the beauty of
I
this
feel that way
puppy,
when I come. I'm like, I did that and I flip it. Did I eat it?
Yeah.
So the beauty of the thing?
Yeah, well, that's a lot of batter. But I'm just saying, if you flip it, this one was a beauty because I opened it and it had 3 quadrants for 3 mini wafts.
Wait, 3 quadrants?
Wait, no, I guess
Can't be 3 in a quad.
It was a
It'd be
threesome?
tripwoods.
Tricycle.
It was 3?
It was 3
Like a
little
peace sign?
wafts.
3 little wafts.
So I just made one because I was like, hey, I don't want to be a fat cum guzzler. I'll just eat the one.
I think there's 1 waff and 3 little pigs.
Aha.
Ah, jeez.
All the way to the market.
I'm going to kill myself. So you made 1 waff.
Yeah.
You got 3 waffs.
1 mini.
You only wanted 1 mini.
Well,
but you
yeah,
got 3
'cause
minis.
I don't need a whole waff. Who am I, a list? I just had a mini waff, and then I was on my way.
I go giant waff, huge waff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. I'd love a huge waff, but if you can make a mini, it satiates you a little.
I got a big waff, and then I fill each square with syrup. And
Yes.
then I put syrup around so I can
Yes.
dip. I have a full square plus a dip, and then the butter, forget it. It looks like a fucking bukkake on the
Yeah,
thing.
looks like my back. But the thing is,
Pimples.
about the syrup, you want to see it because sometimes if you let it hang a little bit, it goes away. Even though it's
Yes,
in there,
it soaks in.
It soaks in.
I just dealt with this
but
problem.
you want the wetness.
Yes, I want to see the syrup.
Yeah,
It's a weird timing because here's what I do. I get eggs, and I got to eat all the eggs first.
right.
And then I treat myself. It's like a dessert waffle.
Yes.
So, but I don't know when to put the syrup in because I don't like it too crunchy. I like a little crunch,
same.
but a nice soft. And then it gets too soft. All of a sudden, I'm eating a sponge.
Right, it's like cereal or nachos.
Syrupule.
Aha.
So it's a weird time. Now I eat half the eggs, 1 egg, and then
Yeah.
I put some syrup on, and then I eat the rest of the eggs. Then I add a bunch of syrup, and then the butter. I'm just squeeze them out. I open it and just go.
Oh,
Then sometimes
yeah.
they give you the scoop. Waverly has the best waffle.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Now, do you dabble with the blueberry?
No, I don't like any of that business.
Chocolate chip?
No,
Banana?
you know me, still the same OG, but I've been low key. Once I find a thing, I go dead basics.
Yes.
And I was just in Hartford. I was treating myself to an IHOP every morning because out on the road, you're lonely, you're sad,
Oh, yeah.
you're retarded. You just want to go, and I'm like, I'm just have this morning syrup. And I'll tell you what I started doing. I bring a book to breakfast. So now instead of looking at my phone, I order, I read a few pages,
Wow.
eat my waffle,
A
and
book at IHOP. They must have been thrown by that one.
oh man, that Hartford, Manchester, Connecticut IHOP, yikes!
No teeth.
It looks like the waiting room at the courthouse. I mean, it's just
yeah.
facial tattoos and jean shorts, and
Right.
just it's a
That's America, folks.
bad spot.
It's a fat guy with an eye patch, a limp, and diabetes.
Yeah, not good. And that club, I'm grateful to work at the Hartford Funny Bone,
I'm
but
not.
there's there's zero. Well, we're gonna get canceled at some point. So I'm gonna blow
Sure.
every club. Every club I go to, it's the best club. Please keep having us after these tapes
Cancelled.
leak. But it's the club that cares the least
Yes, no
about
care.
hecklers.
No, nothing.
Every single show, somebody yelled out. There was zero. I mean, 0 people went over and went, could you just not yell out during the show because it's a performance?
Zilch.
Nothing.
Not a help, not a hee-haw, not a tap on the shoulder, nothing.
Not even a stand behind them. All these clubs, they have a guy that stands behind you, and you're like, that's not that effective.
Yes. It's funny you bring up heckler because I had a thought. First of all, I had a long talk with Colin Quinn. He's like, I won't do clubs. So I was like, what? He's like, I won't do it. It's silly. It's silly the idea that there's food there. Like you went to England.
Sure.
It's all just sitting, drinking. You go buy a beer, you bring it in. You know, the idea of a waitress, the idea of a check. He's like, it's crazy talk.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's in the mall. It's next to a Kenny Chesney or a Billie Eilish, whatever this singer is.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith, thank
The
you.
Statue of Liberty shaking a fist.
I want to talk about me. You want to talk about I want to talk about who's gay and who is bi. Whatever it is.
The Statue of Liberty shaking the fist. Douchiest, shittiest fucking lyric ever. I'm sorry. I know we have some middle of America, Southern conservative fans,
Sure.
maybe. Although I think I might have alienated all them several times
Well,
each
because
election year. But whatever.
She's an immigrant.
I mean, the Statue of Liberty shaking her fit. Like, so the
a
terrorists
French squad.
flew planes in the building. And then the Statue of Liberty's like, you why I oughta. Don't make me come over. Like, shut
Yeah.
up, you fucking douche. What a knucklehead idiot.
Oh, yeah. She's a green lady from France.
How do you like me now? It's like, shut up. You're still talking about your ex from 1999, you fucking loser.
What a
Now that I'm on my
cunt.
way.
Queef.
Yeah, he stinks. Can I
Well-
tell you my quick story?
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick? I've told this before in the pod, but the Toby Keith, they did a big benefit at the Beacon Theater. I think I've told this exact story.
Uh-huh.
And Chris Christopherson's there. And then Toby Keith says, hey, none of your liberal horse shit tonight to Christopherson. And then Christopherson said, you ever serve your country, son? And Toby Keith said, what'd you say to me? And then Christopherson said, you heard the question, you just don't like the answer.
Ooh.
Yeah, take it, Toby.
Ooh, damn.
Christopherson started shaking his fist.
Yeah.
Me and my Bobby McGee.
Too many Chris's in that name, by the way. One
There's
Chris. That's
multiple
all you get.
Chris's. Yeah, that's a good point.
But-
Chris Cross.
Chris Cross is fine. There's the only one Chris. But if my name was Mark Markson, it'd be odd.
That's a
Joe
good point.
Joseph, you know.
Joey Joseph. I wonder if there's a Joe Joseph. I bet there
This
is.
is Marky Mark, but
That's a nickname.
It's a Nick.
Yeah. All right. So,
Or Mark.
anyways, you got
All
a
right.
heckler.
So I forgot. Oh
shit.
So I got a heckler the other night in the Sack Punchline. Good club. Good
Love
whatever.
it. Very grateful to work there.
But here's the thing. Here's the clinker. I can always
We're already
hear.
at the clinker?
Well, yeah, of just this point.
Okay. This might be our quickest
Jesus.
clink ever, may I say.
All right. Well, just to this, we got a lot to cover here, a lot of ground to jizz on. But the point I'm saying is, this guy, this club, you're all Spidey sense up there. You hear every queef, every fart, every mouse,
Sure.
tummy cake, whatever it is, and I hear guys talking, I hear ladies yapping, I hear like weird. You got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Woo-wee, whatever it is. And
Usually women.
the guys in the back, there's like not eight, but there's like 5 security. So it's well groomed security wise, but they're all in the back and the sides. This lady's right here. So he
Right.
doesn't notice it. You got to have 2 bouncers on tables. Plants.
Yes, like loss prevention at Sears.
Yes.
I had a radio up my ass and a hat on and glasses. I just walked around. No one thought, they just thought I was whatever. But I'm
Exactly.
fucking old Joe Gumshoes over here.
Put him right at the front and center table. Give him a seat. I'm going to make eye contact with you throughout the shows. It's going to be awkward, but that's the only way to really. And then you go, hey, shut up or I'll throw you out. And they go, oh, geez, that guy's wearing a Punchline shirt.
I like it. Yeah, he rips it off like the FBI.
Yes.
Like the guy behind him goes, whoosh, and it says security. I like that.
Yeah, because get them in the mix because they're all in the back, so you're not hearing the whole rigmarole.
For sure. That happens a lot with the audience, too. 'Cause-
Oh, I must have woken the whore.
Shut up, Alexa.
Yeah. Don't say her name. She'll
Oh, God. I can see her flashing in the mirror.
yeah, with her nice tits.
But I forget what I was going to say. I can't remember.
The FBI, loss prevent. You got the guy in the
right.
crowd. Get him in the crowd because it's 400 people in there.
Oh, but that happens to the audience sometimes. You're like, would you shut up? But no one else can hear the fucking lady.
Yes.
But this weekend in Hartford, I had so many hecklers. I mean, so many different times. Some lady immediately, I like your shoes. Right off the bat, she's
Right.
72 years old. You're like, all right, shut up. Then there was a lady Thursday. She's ordering drinks loud. What kind of beer do you have? That loud. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And she just kept going, yeah, me too. Oh, totally.
Yes.
Yeah. And I go, you gotta stop talking. I put it on myself, which I kind of hate myself for, but I was like, you're just distracting me. I know you're having fun, because she was having fun. I was like, I know you're not malicious. You're enjoying the show, but I have to compute it every time you say something out loud. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, you're not sorry.
Yeah.
You keep doing it. You're doing it right now.
Right.
And she's like, gee. And I'm like, no, you're fine. Enjoy the show. I know you're laughing. I appreciate it. But you're the only one yelling. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that no one else is saying? And then people started to be like, yeah, shut up. And afterwards, people were like, you handled that so well. But I was like, I wanted to be like, get the fuck out of here. Get up and get out of here, you fucking loser.
They don't realize we're bubbling up inside. I want to go, hey, you crazy coos, get the fuck out, you fat skank. But you can't.
And it ruins your timing because I'm like, I'm talking extra fast. I can't leave pauses because I know she's going to go, but what about this? How about that?
Right. Yeah, same.
And there was one at every show. And can I just say, I feel like a jerk pointing it out every week. It's
Bring it on.
Always women.
Always.
100%. Not 100%. It more than 80% of the time.
Easily.
85% of the time. And I've talked to female comedians. I live with one.
They'll agree.
And it's just, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, you're so right about the timing. And then I think I brought this up before, but I hate when they go, well, you're a comic. You're supposed to be able to handle it. It's like, well, I'm handling it right now.
I am handling it.
And I hate it still. It doesn't mean I like it just because I'm a comic. It's like, I always say my analogy is a cop gets shot at, but he's not like, yeah, just shoot me in the face. I can handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
You still have to duck and dodge and fight back.
I was going to go fireman. It's like, it comes out, he's dumping water. Hey, it's 5,000 degrees.
Right.
Handle it, you piece of shit.
You're a fireman. You should be able to handle
your
it.
fucking
Backdraft.
boots are melting, your eyebrows are on fire. It's part of your gig.
9/11. Fist shaking. All right, so yeah, I had to get that out. But we got so much to cut. I feel like we got to dive into this waffle here.
Yeah, we got to pull some dicks out and suck them. I want
to hear about saving the whales.
Do we have a saving the whales? What?
The country.
Huh? Oh, Wales. Oh,
Yes.
Going back to Wales.
Well, I didn't know where to begin.
Do we have a thing, by the way? We're not supposed to say the word, I think, but I don't know if we got it in there.
Do we?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I think we might have gotten the thing, but we got advised not to say say it so much.
Well, it's been 3 years.
You look for you look for the thing.
I think we got something here.
I think we might have a thing.
No.
Nothing?
That's the intro song for her, Sean.
Something's going on. By the way,
This is supposed to be cheesy.
go to the YouTube page.
Yes.
And subscribe. Evidently, but this is all from comments. We appreciate your comments. Someone said you got to get 10,000 subscribers in order to do anything.
Make a dent.
Yeah. So Harvey Dent,
Two-Face.
Dick Dent. I never thought of that.
Dick.
There was a linebacker for the Bears in like '82 named Richard Dent, but I just thought his name. I never put it together. His name's Dick Dent, which I have one of those.
You got a Dick Dent.
If you want to buy one, it's an indent.
Dick print.
It's in my ass. Dick Dent. Why didn't he go by Dick Dent? How fun to have like a fearsome linebacker named Dick Dent.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's something you would do to a woman. Like she's like, oh, I got a real Dick Dent.
Well, people talk about like if you're named Richard, why would you go by Dick? But if you're tough, if you're like a fucking badass guy, that's who should go by Dick.
Right.
Hey, I'm Dick, and I'll strangle you with my dick.
There was a guy in my high school, tough guy. His name was Kelly, but he was a badass.
Right.
So it made him even somehow more badass because his name was a lady name.
Interestingly, I knew a Kelly.
Get out of here.
She married in.
What?
She was Kelly, Clarkson. She married Jim Kelly, also a football player.
Very
Kelly.
Irish. All right, I got it.
All right, so you got it. So we'll hold off for now.
Okay.
Oh, shit. My wife is stuck outside there. Hey, you talk for a moment. I got to get my wife into therapy.
What
here.
happened? She's stuck in.
She can't figure out the buzz system.
Oh, you got a new buzz? All right, a Buzz Lightyear. Here we go. Let me. I'm just gonna do the. You know what? All right.
Do it.
Hey, everybody! It's 2019, folks. Everybody needs a pair of wireless earbuds. You got to have them before you go dropping hundreds of smackers on a pair. You need to check out wireless earbuds from Raycon. We love the Raycon. They sent us a couple, and I jog with them. I work out with them.
Yes.
I listen to my sets and cry. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. Unlike my nasally drone here. Sorry, I'm stopped up.
No, I hope people are listening to them on their Raycons right now.
Hear.
It's a good way to listen to podcasts.
Yes, the company was founded by Ray J and celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Melissa Etheridge, Cardi B.
Come to my window.
Big fan. I love them. I wear them all the time. They've improved my listening experience tenfold.
For sure.
Tenfold's 5. So go buy Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/Tuesdays to get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/Tuesdays for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds.
That's a chunk.
If you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get an amazing deal. One more time. Buy Raycon. That's BUY Raycon.com/Tuesdays.
Plural, Tuesdays.
Thank you.
All right, I think I got her in. So let me wrap up some whales, if you don't mind.
Please.
Because this is from a month ago, but we keep shucking and jiving and sucking dicks over here, so it's hard to get into it. So, as you guys remember, I was in Wales a few months ago now.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, whatever. So we were in this one village called something. We drive to this other village called Daligoo.
Daligoo.
It's actually called like Dalgtuch because it's a
Aha.
crazy language, but it looked like Daligoo, so we kept calling it Daligoo,
Daligoo's fun.
which was a lot of fun. So I told you about the Summerhill Guest House. This Big Dave guy owns it. Nicest guy, coolest guy. We say, hey, we're driving down to old Daligoo.
Yeah.
Tell us where to go hike. He says, you got to go to this town called Arthog.
Art Hog.
Arthog, and it's actually pronounced that way.
Ah. German.
Arthog.
Yeah.
One who hogs the art.
I guess so. Yeah.
So he gives us the directions. He goes, okay, you're going to drive down there, and he's like, you're going to find this two-way, one-lane road. And I'm like, which is dangerous because
I'm
it's like
already
this-
confused.
It's a two-way road, but it's only one lane. So you
Oh,
got to
I
like
see.
pull over into the bushes and let people pass. It's scary.
Oh, and you're on the British.
We're on the
system,
wrong side of the road.
metric.
The British system, yeah. Quarter pounder, Royale with cheese. So
Yeah.
we're driving down there. I drive past this one road. We're just going by his directions, you
Yeah.
know? So I'm like, hopefully, I drive by a road that says single lane road, and I go, that might have been it, but maybe not.
Okay.
So we keep driving. We drive and drive. Now we're getting close to the ocean,
Ooh.
and all of a sudden we just get there. So I'm like, we missed the road, but we're at the beach, and it's just like
Ooh.
these crazy high winds. So I'm like, let's go out and take a look at the high seas.
What ocean is this?
Well, I think it's the Irish Sea
Channel?
because Ireland's directly across from Wales.
Hey,
So I
that's
believe it's the
fun.
Irish Sea,
Irish.
but the Irish Sea might be on the other side. It might be
Irish Spring.
Irish Spring, Irish Curse, Irish
Irish-
Goodbye, Fighting
Irish exit.
I don't know what it was, but we get there. I think that's the Irish Sea. Somebody will
Call
tweet or
in.
whatever. But Ireland's directly across the way, but you can't see it. It's far.
Oh, okay. I thought it was right there.
Nah, it looks right there in the map, but your eyes can only see as far as your asshole can smell.
Sure.
That old proverb.
T-shirt.
So we pull up to the beach, and I'm like, let's go at least check out the ocean there.
Yeah.
So we walk up, and it's wild. It's like 9-foot swells. It's wind, like 40-mile-an-hour winds. Whoosh.
Yeah.
It looks like if you fell in, you'd just be dead in a second. And of course, these Welsh people, this is like regular weather. They're walking around with their Yorkshires, just like on a wind. They have a hat on, and they're like, "Oh, I'm on the beach."
Right,
It's like a
right.
beach day to these people.
Huh.
But it's windy and wild, and just breakers everywhere, like distant, like not just right here, but like 70 feet out. Just crazy waves
Yeah.
breaking. It's like this wild scene.
Point Break.
And Sarah's like, well, let's get back in the car. This sucks. I'm like, isn't this amazing? I took a bunch of photos. I'm like, the high seas. We're on the Welsh coast, the whole thing.
Yes.
But she's like, I want to go hike. It's freezing. So, all right. We jump back in the car. And I'm like, I bet it was that road we drove by. So I'm like, keep an eye out for the road. But when we were coming this direction, the road just shot off like that. So coming back the other way, it's going to be like a sharp turn
Right.
backwards.
Yes.
Hairpin.
Hairpin.
Hair plugs.
Hair pick.
So we go back there, and I'm like, I'm driving 10 miles an hour. There's like a line of like 40 cars behind us. They're all pissed, but I'm like, what's nice is you still have the Welsh license plate. Like, they don't give you a Massachusetts license plate, so they have no idea that I'm an American asshole.
Right.
I feel like in my mind, they're like, get this fucking American cocksucker out of the way. But
They
they
don't
just think,
know.
I'm just like, hey, I'll just be the slow Welsh douche.
Yeah, and you're a honky, and they're honking at you.
Yeah, so I'm like low. I've got both knuckles. I'm playing the part. I got my glasses on the end of my nose. Oh. And so I see the road. I do the big hairpin. I'm like, I hope this is right. And he told us there's a bunch of gates. You gotta get out of the car and open gates.
Aha.
So I'm like, well, no, it's the road when we see a gate.
Bill Gates.
So we're driving up this one lane road, and like the car is getting scratched with thorns and shit because it's that narrow.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, if a second car comes, where every once in a while there'll be like a little pull off, but we just keep like making note of like, all right, there's one 100 yards back if we run into a car.
You'll have to reverse.
Exactly.
Wow.
So finally we get to the gate, big gate, and I go, this is it. We're on the right road because we're going straight up a fucking mountain, single lane, mountain, crazy. We get to the big gate. I go, all right, Sarah, get out. I got some nice photos of her. She gets out, has to swing the big gate open. I drive through. She's got to shut the gate. She jumps back in the car. And now we're on like a high adventure. And you can feel there's trees to the right, so you can't see, but you can tell like we're going up and we're on the harbor here.
Yeah.
So this is going to be spectacular.
This is quite an experience.
And you're past this like this old cemetery and this old thing, and like we're in like a fucking, it's a Mercedes, but it's a regular sedan.
Uh-huh.
And we're driving like, 48-degree angle going,
Yeah.
and I'm like, if we fall down this hill, it's raining, it's windy, so it's psychotic.
Woo-wee.
We run into another gate, second gate, third gate. Finally, we get all the way up there, and it just opens up. Now it's flat. There's mountains over here, green grass. You look to your right, you see all the ocean breaking everywhere.
Wow.
It's almost like Laguna, where you see Malibu out there, but it's all bright green, crashing oceans. We found it. I'm like, I can't believe we found it.
Yes.
Old school. We figured it out. Big Dave just told us. I had a feeling it was that road. We got up there. We go for this beautiful hike. And I mean, there's mountains everywhere, rolling hills. You're stepping in. We have these big hiking boots on.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so much sheep shit that we're just stepping in it.
Wow.
It's like a total release where you're just like, I'm walking in shit.
Yes.
Walking in shit shine.
Sheep shit.
So we're covered in sheep shit. We're hopping fences. The sheep are right there. You're looking right at them. You can pet them.
Oh, yeah?
They jump right up on the sidewalk. So
I love a sheep. They're all fluffy.
they're so beautiful. I love sheep. I bought a little toy sheep. He sits on our TV tray now. I love the sheep. Big
sheep
fan of the
shit.
sheep. Sheep's Head Bay.
Cheap trick.
Great band. Underrated.
All right.
So we walk through. You see the ocean. Then, I mean, it's so beautiful and so like touching, and you're just completely in the moment. And there's nobody out there. It's just us. It's us and like an old stone house over there. And there's two big lakes, Gregor Lakes or Gregan Lake, I think it's called. And they're right next to each other. So you have lake, mountain, ocean, all within a panoramic view.
It sucks. The photos don't do just.
They don't do the justice. They're pretty great, though. Joe List Comedy on Instagram.
Yep.
And it's just amazing. Then, off the beaten douche, there's a huge hill over here. And I'm like, let's go up there. Let's get off the path and go up to the top of this mountain. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a haul up there. I mean, we got to it's like, I don't know how high, 200, 300 feet. And we just hike all the way up there. And it's getting so windy.
Uh-oh.
Crazy windy. We summit that son of a bitch. I took a video, put it on my Instagram. I did like one of these, like, we're up here.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most freeing experience of my life. We're on top of a mountain. You can literally see over 2 lakes beyond to an ocean, and it's only like 10 square feet up at the top of this thing. It comes to like a point almost.
Uh-huh.
We stood up there for about 20 minutes. The wind's whipping 40 miles an hour, and all you see is green grass, other mountains, the sheep on the mountains, little gray rocks with the green, the lake, the ocean. Beautiful. One of the highlights of my whole life.
Oh,
Spectacular.
boy. Look at that.
Couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. Very, very spiritual. Complete freedom.
Yeah. this
Beautiful.
is quite a trip.
So then we went to Dalygoo. We check into old Dalygoo. That's beautiful. I can cut right through all this horseshit. So then we stay in Dalygoo. We're in the village. That's nice. Now we got to go back, and we got to drive back to Cardiff, which I'm so terrified of crashing the car as it's time to return it.
Do you get the insurance?
I did there. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
really?
insure me up the ass. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road in a
wow.
crazy country. So
never
there I
get it.
paid for it. But
Smart. And you got a benzo.
so I returned the car. Now we're going to take the train from Cardiff back to London.
All right.
So I'm getting closer and closer, but now I'm driving in the city. It's one thing the country. I've figured out how to drive in the country. Oh, that was the other thing. We did a last-minute hike there right before we returned the car, and that was the most spectacular of all. That was like a mountain that we summited, and that was beautiful, unbelievable. And then we come down the mountain. Because we squeezed it in. We had to return the car and get on the train by like 6:30. So I'm like, let's just get one last hike in. We do like a 4-hour hike at noon. I'm like, we have exactly enough time to get back and return the car. So beautiful. These hikes are incredible. Best. It's not worth telling the story because it's no story. It's just like, it was spiritual. It was great. I can't even express it.
I hear
love
ya.
my wife. I love my life. So now we get back in the Mercedes. We drive back, and now I'm in the city, and it's like rush hour. It's like 5 o'clock. And I'm like, I just want to get this car. I'll feel so good when I return this goddamn car.
Yes.
And all the roads are so tight, and people, they don't care. They're just whipping around. It's rush hour.
They're whipping.
Finally, I get to Enterprise. I've never felt better than when I fucking put that thing in park. I turn the car off. I hand her the keys. She's like, thanks. Having a great... And I go, oh, my God, I did it. I feel so good. Like this weight has been lifted. I get a text message from my landlord that says, "Call me, Joe."
Uh-oh.
And now I didn't even get a moment. I had 1 second of like, I returned the car, phew, and then the landlord call me.
Yeah,
I hate a landlord call me.
Anything with a lord is bad.
Just say, hey, everything's fine, but fucking whatever. Tell me why the call.
Call me is brutal.
So I call him back, and he goes, I'm on the train. Let me call. But he's got a disposition. He's the nicest guy, but he's business. So he talks like this. Hey, Joe, I'm on the train. Let me, I'll give you a call in a few minutes. It's that tone where I'm like, oh my God, we're getting evicted. I love my apartment. So immediately I get no peace.
No peace.
No peace. I was so
Middle
afraid of
East.
wrecking the car. Then boom, grease actually.
Ah.
Peace in the grease.
Ah.
So right away I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get evicted. I'm going to lose my apartment. Meanwhile, I'm like, we got to get to the train station, but we got time. So then, now we return the car at 5. Our train is at like 6:50 p.m. And I already wasted I bought the tickets in advance. I bought morning tickets for whatever reason early on from Cardiff to London. Then later I'm like, we're not going to want to leave in the morning. We're going to want to spend as much time as we can in Wales. So I bought a second set of tickets for a 6:40 train. So now I had
2 tickets.
I have 4 tickets.
What?
Because originally I bought them early, but I was like, we're not going to want to go back early. Change the plan, but you can't I bought non-refundables.
Oh, that's a big chunk.
So I just waste 2 train tickets. Now I got 2 tickets on the 6:40, but it's only 5 o'clock. So I go, let me see if we can get moved up.
I love you buying time.
So I'm like, why not? Why sit here? And Cardiff sucks as a city. It doesn't
Stinks.
suck, but it's just whatever. But then the train station, it's not like Penn Station where you hang out and have a coffee. There's nothing there. They don't even let you in.
What?
Like your tickets don't scan. They're like, it's too early to scan your tickets.
Wow,
Because
too early. Bad for you.
it's almost like a flight. It's like it hasn't registered yet.
Right.
So they're like, well, the lady goes, we'll let you in though, because I'm like, I want to try to change my tickets. And she goes, okay, well then you just come right in.
Uh-huh.
So I go, okay. So I didn't have to scan. She just lets me in. So then I go to the ticket window and I go, hey, can we move up our train? Like, is there an earlier train? And she's like, well, there is, but it costs a fee. You got to do a change fee. So I
Hate a
go, all
change
right,
fee.
I'll just pay it to move up a half hour.
Well, now you're paying more for the tickets.
So now I'm buying like a third set of tickets,
Yes.
basically. But I'm like, I don't want to just sit in Cardiff for an hour because we're going back to London. We got a night in London.
Paying for your time.
I'm paying for time in London. So then I buy the tickets, and she goes, by the way, there's a train leaving in 1 minute. You could probably still make it. So I go, you got to be kidding me. So I bust back in. She lets me in. I grab my suitcase. I go, Sarah, let's go. Let's run upstairs. We run upstairs. The train is literally like, all aboard, last call. We dive on.
Yeah.
So now we're leaving like an hour and 40 minutes earlier.
I love it.
I got 6 tickets for the ride home. And they didn't scan me because they're like, you're too early, but just go ahead if you're just making a thing. So no one scanned me. So I'm like, well, they'll scan on the train. Surely. They never scan on the train.
No scan.
So they don't scan. Then I get there to London. I'm like, we'll have to scan when we get off the train.
Right.
I walk up and I'm kind of fumbling my phone. I got my suitcase, my backpack. Sarah's got her thing, and I'm like, hold on, I got some tickets on the thing. The guy goes, just go.
Ah.
He just lets me through.
Wow.
So they didn't even check my tickets going off or on.
You didn't have to buy 1 ticket.
I bought 6 tickets and used 0.
Oh.
It cost me $1,100 to get home, and it would have just been free.
But how could you know?
How could you know exactly? But
Good
if
to
you
know
go
later.
back to those trains, though, you just go early and go, yeah, I have my ticket. They just go, oh, you talk to a guy, they just let you in because they're just friendly over there.
British hack.
They just go, yeah, come on in.
They got a lot of those.
Don't name names.
Yeah.
But
wow,
anyways.
that's amazing. I love when you beat the system, but you actually got raped by the system.
Yeah, I got fucked, but also got. But the nice thing was, we got home like, the last thing, I bought cheap non-refundable tickets. There was a transfer. She's like, the tickets you bought, you have to transfer in gobbledygook.
I hate a trans.
So I ended up getting on a direct train an hour and 40 minutes earlier. So we got in 2 hours early, had ourselves a nice romantic night in London, and then went to Norway. And I think I told the rest of the stories, but that's basically it for Wales. I just want to put a nice little bow on Wales. There's like a 4-week period of telling the stories. But
don't you love being on a European train? There's something about it because it's not a flight, so it's not all that like, I can't sit comfortably.
Sure.
You can walk around and you just see like the countryside, and it's a you feel like you're doing something.
certainly, and it's just it's rolling hills, and it's everything's smooth. Their infrastructure. That's the one thing left and right agrees on here in America. The infrastructure.
Yeah.
They got nice trains. They're smooth and just they just go, and everyone's pleasant.
And one of the perks of having a little moolah in your pocket there is like when I was with Bert Kreischer, it was like, oh, the first class is empty. He's like, can we do that? They're like, it's gonna be $100 each. He's like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, that's one of the things. Like you just could switch a ticket.
But here's what I'm working on
Even though you
now.
didn't pay anything.
I'm working hard on this in the last week because my rent is about to go up and I got some new expenses. I gotta stop living my life like that because I went through my statement because my accountant's like, we need to find blah blah blah. So I'm like going through it, just red. Like I'm like
Red.
There's like when you deposit, it's black, and when you take money out, it's red. I'm just like all taking money, and I'm like I'm upgrading seats and hotels. I'm getting Uber Eats delivered every fucking day.
It adds
and
up, fatty.
there's a lot of that stuff where I'm like, this is too many. I'm spending too much money. I'm like,
go vacation. I say, level a little
Vacation,
jizz on your
but-
own face, but yeah, every day or every upgrade because we all see it. We go, $300 to go to first class. I am going to Chicago.
well, here's what I do, and this is where I'm bad with money, but maybe it's good. Maybe I'm living life. I go back and forth. Like, say we'll do a weekend or whatever. I'll do some gig, and it's Wednesday through Sunday. I get paid $2,800.
Okay.
So I take the money and I go, all right, I'll deposit $2,000.
Yes.
That's pretty good. I'm putting $2,000 in the bank, and I got $800 to fucking woo.
Aha.
I'll buy some meals. I'll buy a ticket to a show. I'll go to the movies.
I
Because even if I
see.
spend $800 of it, I'm still putting $2,000 in the bank.
Right.
But that mindset is later on. I'm going to be like, well, I should have been like, I got $75 to spend. That would be a better system.
Because also you're gonna lose a couple percento for the rep cunts.
I know. I'm so bad with it. I'm like, I spent $600 on the flight. I'm paying 10% to my manager, 10% to my agent, and a third to taxes. So I'm not actually
Yeah.
making that much money.
Right.
I'm making like half of that money.
Yeah. Before you know it, you're down to 500.
Next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire.
Or the opposite.
Yeah, old Joe's a fucking hundredaire.
There we go.
An idiot. Now, I'm like, this is like a congressional hearing. I'm retiring my time back to the floor because you had a birthday, a Fallon, and a Rogan. I mean, I guess just tell one of them
Well, it's been a wild ride.
or something because you had one of the craziest weeks in history.
That's why I'm sick now. It's all catching up. I did the
Made
old.
me sick too.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get you sick. But what do you call that?
That was a joke.
What was the joke?
I said it made me sick too.
Oh.
It was a
It's just tough because Bert. I hate to bring up Bert again, but he used to always say, "I'm gonna borrow time from tomorrow. I'm gonna borrow time, or no, I'd borrow a little bit from tomorrow." So like he's hungover today. We're on no sleep, and I'm like, "We got to get some sleep." He's like, "I'm just gonna take a little sleep from tomorrow and use it today." I'm like, "All right, but that's when you're gonna die at 48."
I don't understand. I don't follow the logic.
Meaning like we're all tired. We need to go to bed. We haven't eaten, but he's like, "I'll just borrow some energy from tomorrow."
I see. So
and use it
tomorrow he'll
today.
sleep more.
I guess.
Is that it?
I think it's basically saying like, you do a bunch of blow, you die at 60,
Right.
but you use it up instead of just having a long life. You're like, I'm just gonna use it now. It's a weird theory of his. I don't know.
Okay.
But I did that in L.A. where I just kept pushing it,
I
pushing
see.
it,
Yeah.
pushing it, staying out
And
late,
then-
waking up early.
So now you rest this week. So you
Yeah.
took time from this week and you took it to. I see what you say.
Yeah, it's something.
But it only works if you actually rest this week.
Right.
Otherwise, you just keep borrowing time, and then before you know it, the banks foreclose and you die.
Yeah, then your heart stops.
Our
Exactly.
producer Shelby just texted us. Let me make sure it's nothing
Uh-oh.
crazy here.
Boy,
Let's see
he's
what he
good.
said.
What he knew.
You
we
guys
could feel.
recording today?
Yes.
I'll say yes.
Shelbo.
Shelby, folks, the
Shellfish.
folks miss Shelby. I still think the Shelby face would be a great idea, but he's
It's an
not into it.
off-putting mug.
Let me fart in the meantime. Oh, it was a little ginger snap.
Damn.
All right, I'll monitor what he says,
All
and then
right.
you get into some of these things because, I mean, we got 20 minutes left. What can you
I-
do? Do you want to pick one and do one,
I
or
got
what do you want?
17 of them here.
I know.
And then we're recording again in a few days, so maybe I'll save.
Save some, but give them something. These
I'll
people
give
are
you something.
dying to hear because this Rogan thing has blown up.
Oh, we're doing all right.
I mean, it's blowing up. Subscribe to the YouTube right now.
Yes, YouTube, we're on it. This is it.
That's something you can do. That's not even Patreon. Like costs money. A T-shirt costs money. Subscribing to the YouTube. You just go and go boop. I've already done it myself.
One click. All right, so first of all, let me just say, it was my birthday. I had dinner with my mom. She was in town. That was
Gross.
fun. Whatever. Yeah, she's gross. And then driving around on the moped, I bring them. I had like 6 spots because I'm running Fallon.
Sure.
So I'm running it. I have 6 spots. I get to the last spot. It's at the stand. Moped's kicking ass. I'm all over the road. and everybody's like, "Your moped's here," and then somehow like a crowd is gathered
Wow.
to come see the mope.
You're the crowd guy.
I got the art hog out there.
Yes.
So I go,
I
oh.
like that.
All right, I go, all right, well, everybody, yeah, this is what it's like. Got Rogan in a couple days, doing Fallon tomorrow.
Birthday.
Yeah. Got my own moped. Life is pretty good. So I click that puppy in the on position. It won't start.
Ah, again with the no start.
No start. So I go, what the fuck? And Sagalo or somebody goes, what's that puddle?
Oh,
I was like,
God.
what's that? It's a giant puddle. I filled it up with
jeez.
gas like a half hour earlier because I was
Sure.
running around so much.
I'm
And it was
filled up with
exciting,
gas.
pumping the thing full of gas. I'm feeding the beast,
Mhm.
And won't start. Shay's out there. Everybody's laughing at me. Like I could hear laughter. And there was one drunk guy going, that thing's a piece of junk. I was like, hey, fuck you. Get out of here. You're not helping,
Jeez. Won't start, can't start.
Won't stop. I'm talking 20 minutes of Beecher, that Beecher guy.
Love
he's like
Beecher.
trying to get it going. The people are helping.
Beecher couldn't help?
No help.
Oh, wow.
His dyed hair, for some reason, didn't have any impact. And
Wow.
eventually I had to just go, all right, everybody. And I clicked that kickstand and I walked it on out of there. Walked it all the way
my
home.
God.
Took like 2 hours.
Wee.
You got that right. Pig.
The Three Little Pigs.
There it is.
Second reference.
Yes. Pigs, ham, Jews.
Woof. Waffle of Wall Street.
So, syrup. So I go, fuck me. Go to bed. You lose 2 hours. You go to bed. I wake up, go to Fallon, have a fun day. I got this guy, Ryan. He films the whole thing. He comes out. We jump in the limo. We go out to Fallon. I got the suit. I went to Suit Supply. Killer. You got to go there.
Suit Supply?
Suit Supply. It's in Soho. It's 2 floors of suits. They
Wow.
measure you. They tailor it. They give you coffee and water. And I had a little guy named Kebab.
Kebab.
Wait a minute. I think his name on Instagram was
Shush.
Hijab Kebab.
Hip-Bob sounds more sense. I used to do a joke about Bob Oblob. Remember that joke?
Wait.
That might have been when I was
Arrested
in Boston.
Development?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Oh, boy. Sorry.
I knew a guy named Bob Oblob, and it was my signature bit. It was like my number one bit. And then Arrested Development somehow had a TV character
Yeah.
named that. And all of a sudden, people started being like, this guy's a thief. That's from Arrested Development.
Wow. Wait, what's
And
the
I was
bit?
like, I did the joke along. It was just about, this is the real guy. He was like a record producer. My friend's band made a thing, and the guy's name was Bob Oblob. And I was like, it must be impossible for that guy to get pulled over. They must think he's drinking and driving. What's your name? Bob Oblob?
Oh.
What? Oblob Bob.
that's
Bob
great.
Oblob. And
I don't remember that bit.
I think it was pre me moving here, because it must have been like 03, 04, and then Arrested Development. And I remember distinctly doing the bit, and someone had told me that Arrested Development had a character like that.
Yeah.
And I did the show, and then these two like bros were walking out. He's like, he stole that from Arrested Development. And I had to drop it. It was the first situation I ever had in my career where I had to drop a bit. That was
Yes.
like my big bit.
Painful.
It was painful.
Brutal. I think it was Bob Loblaw.
Yes,
was
exactly.
theirs, and yours
yeah,
was Bob Loblaw.
It was OBLOB.
I
was
see.
mine. And I remember Paul Nardizzi being like, "They fucking took it. I know they took it." And I was like, "I don't think they heard it." I was at the time. I'm like emceeing firehouses. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think they heard it.
Wasn't that funny? I had a guy in New Orleans back when I was in the NOLA scene, which is like 4 people and a hamster. And some guy's like, this Daily Show took my bit. And I'm like, I don't know if they got a scout down in the Big Easy there, fatty. But, you go with it. Now he's dead on heroin. But, yeah. All right. So do the Fallon, 30 Rock. You got some friends there. Ruby shows up and the lady parts and Matt Salick. All my chums are out there. And I'll tell you, I got a little squirrely.
I
don't know if you saw the set.
squirrel. I have not seen the set yet. I feel bad. I meant to watch it. Here's the thing.
It's not my best.
The set, before the set could come out, Rogan came out.
Oh, weird.
I mean, before I got around to watching the thing, then the Rogan came out,
Right.
and then all that started happening, and then before you know it, old Jed's a millionaire again. I gotta
Yeah,
stop doing that
well,
reference.
Everything's fun. I'm getting the haircut. I got the suit on. Everything's a great time, but something just wasn't sitting right. And you know when you're in the backstage area,
Sure.
and that's the moment of truth. You're
Yes.
alone. It's dark. You can hear Fallon going, "Hey, everybody, we got this guy here, blah, blah, blah." And
Oh,
it's
God.
all weighing on me because Michael Cox, the booker, was like, we needed a sure thing, so we booked you because we needed somebody to knock it out of the park. And I was like, oh, God,
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ. Like, last time was so good, and we want you to do that. I was like, oh, God.
You want to be that guy.
Yes.
But it's hard to be that guy.
Hard to be. I'm not self-esteem guy anyway. So, it's all. And you ever have the thing where, you're shucking and jiving, and then when somebody goes, that girl really likes you. And you're like, oh, really? And now I'm uncomfortable.
Of course.
Or
yes.
that guy really likes you. Now that crowd. You know when a crowd goes, "Woo, Joe List is here," then you're like, "Oh shit, I was gonna fuck around."
Yeah, of course. I
That's
feel that
how
way
it
with
felt.
adding followers and all the
Yes.
stuff blowing up. I'm like, don't listen to this.
Right.
It terrifies
It's
me.
the irony of it is while you're trying to get fans and you want people to like it, then when they do, you're like, well, now I got to live up to it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the
a
old
whole new fear.
Groucho thing.
Yes.
Not belonging to a club that would have you as a member.
Exactly. That was a big quote for everybody. That he fucking nailed it. But yeah, so I had that mental thing, and I just went out there, and I just kind of went black. And I was on stage, and I was like coming in and out of it, and I kept having those. I had about 4 moments of like, brain fart. Get out of it! Shut up! Just
jeez.
kill yourself! Get to it! Oh, there it is! Oh, thank God the line came to me. Brain fart! Oh, come on! No time for this bullshit! I had 4 of those, like meltdowns,
scary.
where you have to get in and get out of it yourself within a second.
It's scary, and to you it feels like a minute and a
Yes.
half, but the crowd's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It was great.
And it was one of those crowds that was too hot. Every joke gets like a tepid laugh and a big applause.
Yeah,
And you're
it's
like,
weird.
This is killing my rhythm, and then you just picture the booker like, oh shit, I was hoping for like an A+. This is like a maybe a B-ish. I don't know.
I'm sure he loved it.
So tell me what you think, because it's not. And I got off stage, and one of my friends goes, "Killed it, not your best, but killed it." I was like,
Not your best. Oh, tell me later.
He meant it in a decent way, but I was freaking out up there. You can't. And you're like, I've done this 12 times. What am I freaking out? But the brain, it knows how to get you.
That gets you.
God,
It's all anxiety.
it's all anxiety.
Plus, you got Rogan the next day.
Right,
Which that's a
right.
bad setup to me.
You
Rogan,
think so?
for 4 days before Rogan, I was fucking sleeping under my bed with a chew toy. I was like freaking out. So
Yeah. Well, you know,
hard to have one and then the other, and then you're compartmentalizing something.
exactly, and it's like you say, there's so much buildup. The suit, I've got habab kebab, and we're headlocking. I
I don't
posted
trust this
photos.
kebab guy. I don't know what his
I got a
business
pic.
is.
He's a good egg. That's his Insta. Habab kebab.
That just seems weird.
Hijab kebab.
Is
Either
he-
way, it was offensive.
Baba Baran.
So, it goes well, and everybody's nice and whatever, but it just didn't feel right. There wasn't the magic.
Yeah, it happens a lot. The magic is hard. It's hard to get the magic.
It's hard to get the magic.
I've only had the magic once.
Yeah, I think I've only had it once or twice.
One magic.
Magic Johnson. So Magic
Orlando
the
Magic.
Gathering. But so I get out of there, and you got to do the handshakes. And Fallon came in; he was super nice. But you're just sitting there, kind of like this the whole time.
Can I say this about the late nights?
Please,
Sorry, I cut off your face. I feel bad. But
somebody should.
I think I thought I had a thought about that after late night thing.
Please.
There's never a time in your life where you want a minute of alone time more than right after a late night,
sing it,
and
sister.
instead the opposite is happening.
Yes.
It's like it's the least you've ever wanted 9 people in your room. Like you just came off, you're trying to put it in perspective, and you don't have the alone time for about 7 hours.
Good point.
Like next time I do a late night, I want to be like, everyone out of the green room, give me 10 minutes in here.
10 minutes.
Because you comes in and it's like your wife and your friend and your other friend.
The booker.
And then there's like the booker and then the sound producer. And then they want to do the thing of like, hey, we do a thing where you tell us about the worst pair of shoes you ever owned. Can you talk about your fucking high heels?
Clogs.
And it's like, you just want to be like, let me go be alone for like 20 minutes. And then slowly, you like the Lollipop Guild, the Munchkins, you want to come out and be like, all right, Sarah, could you?
Yes,
Do you
one at a
still love
time.
me?
Right.
You do. You love me. Okay, see ya. Veter, did you think it was pretty? You thought it was
Yes.
pretty? Okay, you leave.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like you're so fragile. Like people, I don't think people understand. You're putting yourself so far out there.
I know. And it's a tightrope walk for 5 minutes. You can't have any flub. You can't have any fuck up. You can't forget anything. It's got to be perfection. And if it's not, it's the worst feeling in the world. And I did this one because you brought that up. I set a precedent where I go, hey, nobody asked me how you feeling.
Uh-huh.
I hate the how you feeling.
Right.
The how you feeling gives me insane anxiety spike because I'm like, I'm feeling good. Can you leave me alone? And then I'm like, maybe I'm not feeling good, but I have to say I'm feeling good. But if I say I'm not feeling good, then you go, what can we do? Blah. You're like, get out of here. None of it helps. So,
Well, I'll say this though. You should learn to say I'm not feeling good.
but then they gotta pry on that, and
Yeah.
it never ends.
Right.
Which I appreciate the prying because they care, but what are you gonna do? Change the time of the show? Like it's happening. So.
You need the one how you feeling from the person that's been there.
right.
See, I would
right.
like it if you were there and you said how you feeling. I'd be like, well, I'm having that thing where we have the thing.
Uh-huh.
Like you need that bond thing.
Yeah, like James.
But sometimes you get a how you feeling. Even a booker of a show or the host of the show, you don't quite understand.
no,
Because you're talking to people every week about it. But
Yes.
you've never been in this spot. You
Yes.
need someone that's been in that spot.
And he's just like, you better kill. This is my job.
Right.
Also. So whatever. Either way, I get out of there, and it was weird because I left there, got in the car, and went to the airport.
God.
It was so crazy. And the girlfriend was like, "Really? This feels very like premature ejaculation here. Like we just had this big moment. You're gonna fucking leave." I was like, "Yeah, I guess you're right. That's pretty shitty."
You're doing it like Tom Cruise does it.
Right.
You swing in, you do Fallon, you fly back to L.A., you shoot a explosion scene, and then you go and do Kimmel.
Yeah, I don't want to be Cruz.
No, Cruise stinks.
Stinks. He's like 6'4"
No, I love him, actually.
He's all right. So either way, I get to L.A. I meet up with some friends. I get there like midnight. I meet up with some friends, and we go out, we hit the town. I'm still in my suit. I flew in a suit. Crazy feeling.
That is a crazy feeling. Old school.
Yeah.
It's like you flew Pan Am.
I know, and I could tell people were like, "What's this guy up to?" And I'm like, nothing.
Yeah,
Still a
who
piece
cares?
of shit, just
Don't
wearing
worry.
a suit."
I did
Yeah.
5 minutes of nothing on nothing.
Exactly. Nobody cares. So fucking land in L.A., go out. I get my Airbnb way too late, and the girl was like, "Hello, you got to get the key."
Oh, Jesus. Airbnb.
Totally got raped on the B&B. I'm done with B&B.
I've been done with B&B since I did one B&B back in the 40s.
I've learned. It took me a couple penetrations, but I've learned my hymen lesson.
Oh,
that
no.
thing is bloody.
I'd rather get shot by a B&B gun.
I'm telling you, they catfished me. The photos, they capture you. They're beautiful, and then you get there and it's a fat whore.
What are you doing with a B&B? Get a hotel. You're Tom Cruise, for God's sakes.
Well, sometimes you can get a cool house. You're like, wow, one time I had a house in the hills. It was the best thing I ever did.
Oh, all right.
So
That's
you
not
gamble.
Bad. A hill house is good.
House on the haunted hill. What
The
is
hills
it?
have eyes.
Thank you. So I go, God damn. And then the lady was mad at me because she had to wake up. And I got a curtain, mind you.
Curtain.
Yeah, it's
Curtains for us all.
Yeah, beef curtains. It's just it's a living room, a curtain, and me, and then she's on the other side with a curtain.
Oh.
So I can't sneeze without her calling the police. So the whole thing stunk, and
The sneeze police.
I set my alarm. I've been taking these Ambien, which I can't. I gotta stop.
No, that's
It's
no good.
Bad news, folks. I never got prescribed. A friend gave me a couple of hits, and big mistake. They knock you out, but literally, if you're at your laptop and you take one, you'll just wake up with a
jeez.
laptop open.
But if you stay up, they're kind of a nice buzz.
Oh, it's a buzz, baby.
Yeah,
Lightyear.
Aldrin. Oh, wow, that was fun.
Yeah, so
Both astronauts.
that's right. So I forgot what time. So I'm texting Rogan when I land. I was like, "What time am I on?" He's like, "Oh, pretty early." He's like, "Come in early." I was like, "Ah, fuck." So I get drunk, pass out, wake up. Oh man, I way overslept, and I just race over to his place. Crazy place. Oh,
How
I got a
about that
rental
place,
car
huh?
too. What a place.
It's something else.
I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but it's like it doesn't look like
It's unassuming.
it's like a bat cave.
Yes.
Yeah, like you don't think this is where this goes down.
Yeah, it looks like nothing.
And I'm looking in it like, this is the right ad. What is this? And then some big guy with a beard pops out of another entrance, goes, "Can I help you?" I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's scary.
He's a Navy SEAL.
Yes, I remember that guy.
So I go, "Oh, sorry, podcast." He goes, "Oh, yeah, come on in." You get in there, it's just this vast room with a gym, a boxing glove, a pool table, a couple Ferraris, a big cat
Werewolf.
fucking werewolf thing. It's huge. And I'm like, wow, this is wild. And they're like, Rogan's in the shitter. He'll be right out. Then you go in the podcast room, and you're like, oh, my God, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the room. I've been watching this for hours. And there's J-Mo there. He's on the ones and twos. And, yeah, I was so keyed up from Fallon, so keyed up about being late and, like, being hungover that I didn't have any jitters. I just went in.
No jits.
He just sat down. We started shitting on a couple comics, and he goes, all right, let's start it up. And then, boom, we just went right into it, and it clicked. Oh, I should tell you, on the flight there, I took the puke bag out, and I wrote down every great story I have and everything I want to
there
talk
you go.
about. And I tell you, that was the game changer.
That's big.
Because I pulled out some stories from 1988 that I forgot about, but writing them down on the puke bag, I saved the bag.
The
just in
puke
case
bag.
It comes in some kind of Smithsonian bullshit or whatever. So I got the bag of vomit, and it worked. It clicked. The Fallon was off, and I think the shitty Fallon said, I'm not doing that again.
Right.
In a weird way, and I think it's more important than the Fallon. Obviously, you want the Fallon to go well.
Of course, but there's way more viewers,
Yes.
listeners on a Rogan than a Fallon, which is crazy.
And the irony is I went to the Fallon, I watched like 2 seconds on YouTube like this.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
Every comment is, got here from Joe Rogan. Came from anybody else here from Joe Rogan?
Wow.
It's like, oh, okay.
Well, that's nice.
But I got like 2 seconds in and turned it off. It hurt too
Yeah,
bad.
God, it's brutal.
So then, just fucking, I don't want to go too far in, but after we did the pod, we did 3.5 hours. He seemed very happy with it, which is nice. And, you start asking questions like, how many times have you turned those mics on with somebody and been like 2 minutes in going, this is going to be a long hour?
Right.
Like, oh, you have no idea. It's crazy.
Yeah, because he does a lot. He does one every day.
Every
like 4
day.
a week and shit.
And we had a long talk, like, how do you stay so sane? He's a smooth, cool as a cucumber. Everything rolls right off his hairy, muscular back,
Yeah, he's a fascinating guy.
We get one negative tweet, and we're like, shit, the world's coming down on me. I'm gay, the whole thing. But he's just cool.
I think there's an in-between. Like, early on, you're not getting too much stuff, so any tweet is like, oh my God, this guy hates us. And you're not getting a ton of you get 10 positives, 1 negative.
Right.
It fucking derails you. Then I think once you get to a certain level, there's so much shit that you can't even read all of it. So you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And money helps all this stuff.
Oh, completely.
You got a nice $75 million in the bank. You're like, why do I care what someone tweets at me? Although I still think it bothers him to some degree.
A little, but I said, how do you do it? He just goes, I'm active. I fight. I work out. I run. I jog. I do comedy. I write. Like, he's like, you just got to do shit. Like,
yeah.
Apparently it's working for you, fatty, because you look great. And we played pool for like 2 hours after he beat me. I don't know, 6 times in a row.
Oh, well, you hung out.
We hung
the hell out of there.
He had like some time to kill, and then he's like, all right, you got to go. I got another guy. I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And then we did shows at the Improv all night, sold out.
Oh, that's fun.
Just a great, I mean, when you're dialed in L.A., it is, I mean, L.A. is already a magical place, but when you're dialed in, I got sets at the store, Santino's like, hey, you feel like you're in. I made it.
Yeah, you do shit over there. It's fun. It's nice to go to L.A. and have shit to do.
Yes.
It's nice when you're like, I got that, and then I got to go to this, and I got to go over to that. It's also a great place to have downtime, of course, too.
Yeah, well,
that hiking, the ocean, the whole thing.
B&B was a mistake. No down. That was Down syndrome. But you go up in the green. There's a new green room at the Improv, and like Roy Wood's up there, and you're like, I know Roy, and Whitney Cummings is there, and you're like, how you doing? And she treats you like a real comic, and really, really exciting. And
it feels good when you start to know people.
Yes.
When you're like, I can go there and know enough people, and then they know you, and it feels like, oh, we're finally getting in. 20 years. Today is, or not today, but this weekend will be 19 years in comedy. Isn't that crazy?
That is cuckoo bananas.
More than half my life.
Wow.
It's
Good
gross.
for you, Fatty.
Yeah,
That's quite
weird.
a commitment.
It's something.
That's lunch. But, oh, shit. What was I going to say? Oh, wait.
Improv,
I lost it again.
Upstairs the Improv.
Upstairs. Oh, I'll tell you, being in that hot seat with the Rogue, there's a couple times where he's so aggressive and like alpha.
Yes.
There's a few times, and guys like us, we're not tough guys.
No.
So you just kind of want to go, whatever you say, you go. Yeah, but you have to actually go, no. I am going to say my piece. And I'm not even saying arguing. You're just going to, you got to dominate a little bit too. It's like a fight where you got to go, no.
Yeah.
I'm here too. I just all those hours of us here, Jim and Sam, every live ep, Legion Escape, whatever, it all culminates. Like, bring all those little tools you've learned, bring them out.
Well, it's similar to stand-up when you're doing this Tonight Show, where you're like, well, this is still the same thing I've been doing over there.
Right.
It's still just a podcast.
Exactly.
I'm still on the mic fucking joking around. So you're like, I'll just go into podcast mode.
Podcast mode, but you got to know how to go into that mode.
Yes.
And it's going to be second anal.
We do a lot of modes.
Oh,
Allah mode.
Ah, you praise Allah mode. Yeah.
Praise Allah mode. Hey, that's a good...
I tweeted that once.
How'd it do?
All right. Yeah, so I don't want to get too much in.
I know, we might have to tease. We're
I
at
got
an
more,
hour here.
but I got a big Netflix story. I went to Netflix to
Oh,
pitch,
geez.
That's part of the reason I was out there. I'm doing Rogan, I'm pitching, I'm headlining at the store. I had a big week.
Oh, my God. It's no wonder you're sick. You probably have AIDS.
I got AIDS, folks.
Stress AIDS.
Well, I was staying in West Hollywood, so it was bound to happen.
Oh, boy. Canceled.
There you go. Yeah. Did Tom Popper's radio show. That was a lot of fun. Did Dr. Drew, Burt Kreischer,
Jesus.
Fighter and the Kid, Jeremiah, Kill Tony. I did all those.
Wow.
Like 2 a day, every day, and sets, and boozing, and heroin, and pitching. So I would pitch all day hungover. I'm at True TV, I'm at TBS, and then you go run over to some podcast at like 4, do one of those, do a podcast later at night, and then do sets at really late, and it was bananas. Had a great time, but I'm paying for it now, and
Are you home for a bit now?
no. Well, I'll get into that next week.
Oh, right.
I got bad news for the Norman family,
Mm-hmm.
and but I don't want to get into it.
His father's gay.
Yeah, finally came out. Thank God he had me before he flipped. But yeah, what are you gonna be? Because we're all over the road, and I feel like we can finally start selling some ticks.
Yeah, let me get the calendar. Well, based on the Hartford Funny Bone, where I'm not selling shit.
Let
me, but that's a tough market. It was spring or fall, whatever month's hard to sell.
There's always something. Well, the football games
It
in
was
town,
prom
the state
season.
fair, tsunami.
This weekend, though, Seattle, that's a big market. We got to be able to sell in Seattle, for God's sakes.
Yeah, they love us out in the sea.
I hope. I don't know. But I did a one-nighter 2 years ago for the Brandy Carlisle show. I got to talk about that, by the way.
Yes.
Seventh Row Center. We'll get to it next week. Big tease. But I'm at Laughs in Seattle this weekend. Only 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, 2 shows each night. I love Seattle, so please come out. Next weekend, Skyline in Appleton, Skyline Comedy Club. The week after that, Blue Room, Springfield, Missouri, October 18th and 19th. I hear great things. Drive up from Arkansas or Kansas City, wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
You got to go. Here's Shelby texting us. Nothing, just checking.
Okay.
And then Burlington, Vermont, October 24th, 25th, 26th. Come to that. And then November. I'm out every weekend the rest of the year, for God's sakes. Albany Funny Bone in November. Des Moines Funny Bone in November. That's November 14th through 16th. DC Draft House the 22nd and 23rd. Kennedy was shot on the 22nd.
Yes.
Laugh Boston November 29th and 30th. Portland, Maine, December 1st. That's a one-nighter. Hilarities in Cleveland, December 5th through the 7th. And, of course, Lafayette and Houston on December 20th and 21st. Live Tuesdays at the Village Underground, November 11th.
Here, here.
And then the Santa Ana Tuesdays Festival, December 13th and 14th. And new merch. Merchpump.com. We got a new shirt designed by our friend Diego. This shirt is killer. This is going to be a hot cake.
Hot lunch jizz bucket.
Yes, and download the Laughable app and then subscribe to the YouTube. Go to Merch Pump, get the brand new shirt. Be the first one to get the new shirt. Now, where are you going to be? You got dates up the asshole.
Yeah, check out our YouTube and check out our little video we made.
We made a video. It's
made
got
a promo.
11,000 views in fucking 2 days.
That's
so
good for us. This comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this Thursday, I'm in Oklahoma City at the Paramount trying to do a theater. We'll see how that goes.
Holy shit.
Could be embarrassing. Then after that, I hightail it right over in a rental car to Addison Improv. Now, what do you think? I'm thinking about getting a stick shift rental and just learning it right there. I mean, I drove a stick about 20 years ago. Like, my dad showed me how to do it, and I got it down.
Well, you're using the wrong hands. That makes me nervous.
But, yeah, if I feel like I'll have to learn it, if I get it out there on the road.
Well, I mean, if you do you have someone with you that's going to show you?
I can
mean,
YouTube it.
You could do it. I mean, I learned relatively quick. Of course, I'm the same spot. It's been 20 years.
Right.
But, yeah, try, I guess. What town is this again?
I'll be in Oklahoma to Dallas.
That's pretty quiet. I mean, that's
3
a long
hours.
ride.
But I feel like you get on the highway.
Once you're in fourth, you're good.
Yeah.
But then if there's traffic, it's a situation.
Ooh, good point.
I don't know. What's the benefit of doing that?
I just would like to learn how to drive a stick because I would, if we ever
I think
hit
this
it.
is all Seinfeld. That's what I think. I think this is all a lot of, hey, do you want to take my Porsche for a spin?
Well, what if that happens? You want to be ready.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know if it's that. I just, I would like to buy a nice, I'm a fan of vehicles, but I don't have any money, but I'd like to buy one day.
Okay.
And then
All
you don't
right.
want to ruin your car. I even asked Rogan to show me, and he was like, "You're not doing it on my car."
Right. All right. Maybe it's
So
maybe
the
it's
rental,
nice.
but then
Try
I don't wanna, we'll see.
I mean,
I don't know.
you know better than me.
It's been literally 19 years.
I'm saying you know if you should do it or not.
I don't know.
It's in your heart, Luke.
I'd like to hear your side of the anal.
I would just get an automatic. That's me. But we're
Okay.
different people.
Yeah. All right. Addison Improv all weekend in Dallas. Speaking of Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
November
then
22nd.
Chesaning, Michigan at the Riverfront Bar and Grill. There's still some tickets to the second show. Cap City Comedy Club in Austin.
I love that.
Always
one.
looking forward to that one. Acme Comedy Club in
Ooh,
Minneapolis.
I love that one.
We got a good little run going. Spokane and Tacoma.
Jeremy Spokane.
Roar Comedy Club in
Yo.
Springfield, Mass. Rooster Teeth Feathers in Sunnyvale.
Yes. Love that club. Say hello to Heather. The
Yeah.
best.
Oh, yeah. Then we got the old, doing One-Eyed Jacks in New Orleans around Thanksgiving, Santa
Classic.
Ana, the live pod on the 11th of November, the Blue Room, and Helium in Portland, and Side Splitters and stuff like that. Check the website. Go gay. Tell your friends. Praise Allah. And, vote for Yang.
Yeah, and click on fucking subscribe and get the new shirt. This
Get
new
the
shirt is
shirt.
killer. Go get the shirt, merchpump.com/Tuesdays. And yeah.
We're still loving Uber, Chipotle, Cheesecake
Oh, the gift cards are so nice.
Starbucks.
I got
you
all
name
these
it.
cheesecakes. Thank you for the
Oh,
Cheesecake
there you
Factory.
go.
So kind. Silent Ree.
Don't get a waffle.
My mother's gay.
And subscribe on YouTube. We'll see you in hell.
Oh,
Quit.
IHOP. I'll take an IHOP. I'm going to eat an IHOP up the ass.
You don't need that. You
We
don't
should
need
get
that.
breakfast someday.
I would love to.
All right.
Praise Allah.
We'll see you.